नमस्ते भैया जी, बताइए मैं आपका स्वागत है। भैया जी बताइए, मैं आज हमारे साथ मिस इस्बानी भाटिया है। हेलो इस्बानी।
Hello, sir. I have just completed my BSc Chemistry Honours from Delhi University. I'll graduate in the year 2021 itself. It was my first attempt at CAT examination and I was able to crack it with my determination and passion.
इस्बानी, why you decided to do MBA after as you were doing a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry?
Yes. So this is the most common question that I come across, that why I decided to go for MBA after doing a degree like BSc Chemistry Honours, which doesn't have any correlation with doing MBA. So when I was in first year, by the end of the first year, I was pretty clear that I don't want to pursue higher education in chemistry. Rather, I want to explore myself. I want to get more skills. I want to do something practical rather than gaining bookish knowledge. So at that time, I came in contact with many people in college and I got inclined towards MBA. There were webinars in my college related to MBA preparation and all. So I started doing research about it on YouTube and I came across various videos in which I got information. So by the second year, I was pretty sure that I'll go for MBA because that is something I'm passionate about and I really want to do. So that's when I made my mind.
Isbani, now we want to know that what was your mantra for preparation?
Okay. So when I started preparing for CAT, it was 11 months for CAT. I started preparing 11 months before because I had my college along with, so I can't get full time. I can't devote full time to CAT preparation. So I started by enrolling in Time Institute, which is located in Delhi itself. But due to pandemic, it shifted online. So I used to solve material which was provided by them. I was punctual with my workload. Like I used to maintain a weekly record of what I have to do this week. For example, in quant section, I used to maintain short-term goals that in this week I have to complete with 2 chapters. Similarly, for DILR, I was pretty sure that I have to devote at least 2 hours a day because it was my weakest section. Being from a chemistry background, I didn't have a strong knack of doing logical reasoning and DILR. So I tried to work on my problems and my weaknesses, and I used to solve around 7, 8 questions of DILR every day to get knack of them. Initially, I faced a lot of problem in them. Similarly, for VARC, I started reading a lot of stuff. I started reading magazines, international journals, blogs, and so on. And I used to practice 4 or 5 verbal passages a day. So practice is the key. The more a person practice, the more they will be able to come across various variety of questions, and then that's how they'll be able to solve it.
Isbani, it is great listening you. Now we want to know that as you are also a college going student, and there are many college going students who also want to give CAT exam. So
Yes, sir.
how you were disciplined during your preparation?
Okay. So the basic thing that is required for CAT preparation, according to me, is self-motivation. No one else can motivate a person to put in efforts or do hard work. So my motivation was to get into an IAM and see myself in an IAM tag and to prove myself that yes, a BSc chemistry student can also crack it with strong will and determination. So I used to think after every mock that no, I need to do better next time. I had a target of 99 percentile, though I was short of it by 0.22, but still I was near it in my exam. So I tried, I put all my efforts in it. It's all about the zeal and the passion that a person puts in, according to me.
Svani, our question is from your mock test only. How much
Yes,
mock
sir.
test you have given and how you have self-motivated yourself when you were getting low score in your mock test?
So initially my scores were not good enough. I started with around 80 to 83 percentile, which is not enough to get into a good B school. But gradually I worked on my mock scores. Like I used to analyze every mock which I used to give. For example, today if I have given a mock, the next 2 days I would spend doing the complete analysis and solve each and every question and then try to think where I could have got more marks, where I lacked that I have scored less. So by analyzing, I became confident that there are a number of questions which I could have solved, but I didn't solve. I wasn't able to solve under the pressure of paper. So that made me confident that the paper is not tough, but it is my mentality that the paper is tough. So that gave me confidence. And there were times that I used to get very low scores. Like my lowest was 75 percentile. But then I used to think that it's up and down is a part of the journey. There were times also when I used to score 97, 98 percentile, which is a good enough score for mock. So the scores fluctuate depending on the paper, depending on the question type which are in there. I would suggest everyone to not get demotivated by mock scores because they don't prove anything. You just need to learn from your mistakes and just move forward and practice the questions which you weren't able to. And I gave around 40, 50 mock tests 2 months before CAT. It's all about mock tests because the more you practice under pressure, the more you'll be able to take the pressure in the actual exam.
Okay, Swani, now as you are getting 85 percentile at start only, it is a very good start for mock also. And second, we want to know that how you were analyzing your mock paper.
Okay. So initially, my 85 percentile, though it seems good, but when I compared with my friends, they started with 97, 98 percentile, which could have been a demotivating factor for me. Like when I compared my scores with them, I used to feel demotivated. But then I thought that it is their graph. They started with 97, 98. That is not my problem. I have to work on myself. A person should not look laterally, but only work on themselves that where they are lacking. So that's what I did. Answer, can you please repeat the question? What was it?
And how you analyze your mock test.
Mock. Okay. So I used to do complete analysis. Like for any coaching that a person gets enrolled, after 2 days they get solution of it. So I used to watch complete video solutions of the questions which I weren't able to solve, and then I used to solve them on my own. And then I used to take a pen and paper and I used to write all the question numbers that and tick mark that I was able to do this and I wasn't able to do this, and which were the questions that I could have done but I did wrong or I didn't do. So I used to think and compare the marks which I should have got with the marks that I did got. The knowledge which I have always were exceeding the marks that I got. So by that comparison, I tried to bridge the gap between the knowledge and the actual exam. So analyzing is very important according to me. But then it is not just analyzing once and just move forward. It is like revisiting it again and again so that you could learn the mistakes and don't repeat them in the actual exam.
At last, I just want to add one thing that we should compete with ourselves only, as you have said that after your 85%, as you are competing with yourself. If you start competing with your friends or colleagues, then it will become a demotivating factor for you only. And
Yes, sir.
at last, if you give as much marks, it doesn't matter. But if you give 10 to 20 marks only and you analyze that, that is very important thing.
Yes,
And
sir.
and Iswani, I want to know that what were your IM interview questions?
Okay. So my IM interview questions were from a plethora of topics. Like I was a chemistry student, so I used to get a lot of questions from chemistry also. So if any person is giving an interview, it is advisable to revise their graduation subjects first of all. Apart from it, general awareness was asked from me. Like I was asked about farm laws, the Russian laws, the American presidentship, and so on. So the world happenings, knowing everything around yourself is very important. Apart from it, I got questions from geopolitics. I also got questions from management related topics. Like if I were made the CEO of this company and so on. So what should be my strategy? So they also test the management skills. Apart from it, they check the personality of the person by asking HR questions like what are your weaknesses, what are your achievements, and so on.
Okay, Iswani, and one more thing that the year 2020 and 21 has got very much world affairs news also. So it has become
Yes, sir.
difficult from student also because they can ask from anywhere because there is a pandemic, there is a farm law, there is a US presidential election. At
Yes,
last, we
sir.
want to know that is coaching a work for CAT or not?
Coaching helps, no doubt, but it is not a mandatory thing for cracking CAT. If a person is motivated enough, they have enough study material, and they have resources to work. They can take material from online platforms. It is available everywhere. So I don't think coaching is a necessary, but though it helps.
What is your skill set that you think that has helped you to come this far in your life?
Okay. So the skill set, according to me, that is required for any exam or for any endeavor of a person is hard work and a zeal to do that. Because it is not about the knowledge that you have or the bookish knowledge that you can get, but it is always about the zeal that you have to do something, the goal that you have, you need to work for it. So hard work to achieve it and to be self-motivated throughout the process. Because there will be many ups and downs. It is never a straight road. So being self-motivated is a major factor.
Iswani, it was nice talking with you. Thank you, Iswani.
Same here, sir. Thank you.
जैसे आज हमने इस्वानी से मिला, उनकी स्टोरी जानी, ऐसी भी और भी बहुत सारी स्टोरी के लिए आप भैया जी बताइए को लाइक शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब कीजिए।